Yeah, here we are, the Iggy and Sean Show. Oh, come on.
Woo! Sorry,
Give it up.
sorry. I was multitasking.
I could see this week I am in the box at the desk.
You're in the box, all right.
And we got the two guys over on the couches who abandoned me. And
Whoa.
I guess it's more comfortable over there.
It's dope over here.
How are things over in the comfortable couch? What did you? The comfort zone.
The comfort zone. Yes, that's true.
Okay, in case you forgot, I am Iggy. It's hard to forget, right? Iggy's in the box this week.
Oh, there he is.
I did something bad. Hey, I'm out of the box now. You two are
Now
in
we're
the
in the
box.
box.
Put me back in the box. There we go.
There's too much box jokes for me.
Oh, okay. We're gonna start box jokes. It's Mother's Day. Let's start box jokes. Okay. Instead of that, I'm gonna introduce Alice Radford's gift to the world, her only begotten son, my radio partner, Mr. Sean Radford.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, it is me again, Sean, the one and only. And I got to be perfectly honest, I was so jealous about this comfy situation, the comfort zone, as I have dubbed it. After seeing Teresa just in the chill position, just hanging out the whole time, just leisurely about it, I decided to join in on the fun. So here I am, sitting pretty in the comfort zone, and to my right, yes, my right-hand side,
He had to check.
is Teresa. You know, sometimes you got to put the L's up just to see. And yes, is Teresa. How are you?
Well, how are you guys?
I'm okay.
I'm fine.
Better than I thought it would be. Actually, no, I'm always good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Everything's good.
Oh,
You know, got to do it.
well, today is Mother's Day, right?
It
Did
is.
everybody celebrate?
Correct.
I went out to brunch at 12:30.
Is that exactly brunch?
Just me.
it
That's
took a-
called a lunch, I think. Isn't
It was by the time we got our food. 2 hours later,
Ooh,
I almost didn't make it here.
Wow.
jeez.
They did take 50% off my tab.
Oh, that's good. That was very nice.
I was like, ooh, that was almost worth it.
How about you, Sean?
Surprisingly, well, okay. Mother's Day is always adventurous in my family because my mom doesn't like to do the typical Mother's Day type action. She decides, let's just kind of freewheel it and do something different. And my friends always get a kick out of it because it's basically like, oh, what'd you guys do on Mother's Day this year? I mean, one year we went to shop pool. Another year we went to the driving range. Another year, this year, the weather, we weren't sure if it was on our side or not, so we kind of just phoned it in, and we went to play some mini golf, which was great. Now, we went to Eisenhower Park, and Eisenhower Park is a
nice.
trapeze spot. And that was the first idea, was my mom came straight out and said, let's go to the trapeze thing.
Okay.
My niece looks at her and goes, you're going on the trapeze? She goes, no, absolutely not. Sean is. I'll watch him. And I thought that was great. You know, mommy's a little stunt man. That's awesome. I'm down with it. That's fine. But the only problem is we're going to keep going where it just gets more and more adventurous. And I swear, one year, it's going to be like, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? Oh, let's go running with the bulls. Really? Yeah, I'm going to stand on the side and watch you run. Go for it, sucker. Let's see what happens. We haven't gotten that far yet. But
So I want to see the day that you come home and like, what are we doing?
What are we
Russian roulette. Just you.
Oh, goodness. Crap. It's just a bang. Hey, you made it. But no, we've never gotten that far. But it's always something silly and fun. And you know, we went to IHOP this morning, did the Mother's Day dance. You know, kind of stood outside for an hour, waited back and forth, blah blah blah. Finally got it. Played a little mini golf around town, and it was a good day. It's always a good day. It's a lot of fun. And usually, what we do now is we lead into shotgun stories. But because it's Mother's Day, we have a special theme this week, and all 3 shotgun stories involve moms. Now,
They do?
They do.
No one told me. Wait, what? No,
man.
just kidding.
So you got one about rubber ducks? No, you got to
I
find a new
do.
one.
Now, before we get to the shotgun story,
Yes.
I have a trapeze-related.
Oh,
Wait,
information.
what?
Trapeze-related story.
Trapeze
It's not
news
really
with
a
Teresa.
story, more like a fun fact.
Fun facts about trapeze.
I failed circus arts 3 times in a row at Nassau Community College, and that course features trapeze art.
That's amazing.
Wait, I'm sorry. What were the first few words of that sentence again?
Circus arts. I am a shitty juggler, and I could not pass circus arts.
I can't paint a face worth a damn. I can't juggle, and I'm afraid of heights. I would be the worst circus clown.
If
So-
you threw me three of anything, I could juggle it right now.
No,
Oh,
I couldn't
boy.
even get the scarves down,
Wow.
and they are slow.
Very.
Well, actually, I got to tell you before we start, one thing to preempt shotgun stories.
Yes.
First of all, I want to thank LA. We're in his studios, the beautiful
Thank
Strong
you.
Island Radio and TV studios. Again, if you are watching, listening, whatever you're doing, you can contact us. How?
You can contact us through the page, the little comment section underneath.
And
our
tin
little
can and
video.
string,
You
right?
could tin can and string us. I don't know how long your string is, but let's see how it works.
Oh.
Or you could call us on that phone number that is really far away from me, so I'm having trouble seeing it. But it is 516-945-9099.
And okay, now with the left eye?
Oh, man. Look over.
Okay. You just did Teresa's job again, and she is pissed again.
No, I am happy. I don't have the phone number in front of me, and
Oh,
that
okay.
might as well not even be there.
Okay.
I am a thunder stealer. It just happens.
Now,
Sorry.
hold on to that number, because I have a question for everybody out there before we even do shotgun stories.
We're going to get the shotgun stories
We're
5 minutes before
going
the
to.
show's over.
The entire show, we're just going to tease shotgun stories, and that's
Preempt
it. Okay, I'm watching TV, I'm watching the news, and this has never happened to me before. Watching the news, no, I've done that before. Yes, the
Good
terror-
news was reported.
No, not good news. A face popped up of someone that I know
Oh, no.
for doing something bad.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
I'm not going to say who.
Wasn't
I'm not
my
gonna
face,
say
right?
what. No, you wouldn't be here. But that had never happened to me where I'm sitting there and they're talking to his neighbors. Oh, what a nice guy. And so on and so forth. Did a bad thing. I just want to know, anybody out there, call in if all of a sudden you've ever been watching the news. I see Teresa has a story. Good or bad. Just bam. Oh, my God. I know that person.
It wasn't on the news. It was in the newspaper. I was walking to work, and I glanced down at, like, the Daily News, and I looked at the cover, and I was like, wow, that looks a lot like my boss. And I kept walking, and I go in, and they're like, Teresa, we need to have a meeting. And I'm
Oh,
like,
boy.
all right, what's up? They're like, your boss was arrested
Wow.
for, like, big-time fraud. Like, it was huge.
Oh, my God.
Embezzling and, like, all this business.
Yeah.
And they were like, we are super sorry.
Oh,
But they didn't fire me over
Right.
it or anything. They just
Well,
had
you
to move
didn't
me to
do it.
somewhere else.
Wait, did you? Okay.
No, he wouldn't give
I
me
don't
any
know.
work to do, which I always thought was weird. He'd be like, "Can you file my business cards?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
Sure.
you can pay me $30 an hour to file your
Hey.
business cards." That's nonsense, but sure.
No
Wow.
problem.
So if anybody else has had that experience, the number 516-945-9099.
May I? Not that I had that experience, but isn't it funny when, so and so, murdered 12 people? Is always the neighbor. Oh, he was such a nice guy.
Right?
The family was so pleasant, such beautiful people.
You always had that old George Carlin joke where it was like, it's the quiet ones you got to watch. And it goes, oh, man, they always ask the neighbor. It's like, oh, he was always so quiet. And, old George comes back and he's like, all right, now I got a question for you. If you're sitting at a bar and there's a guy next to you reading a book and not bothering anybody, and, there's a guy on the other side of you and he's banging a machete on the bar going, I'm going to kill the next son of a bitch that walks in here. Who are you going to watch? I'm going to watch the loud guy. I am loud, but don't watch me too often. I'm not going to kill anybody. Don't worry about it.
I always tell people, I said, well, that's the one thing I'm not a serial killer, because no one's ever going to say, he was just a shy and retiring guy, kept to himself. And
I would have fallen for Ted Bundy immediately, and I know it because he used to walk up to people with like a broken arm or whatever and be like, "Can you help me carry my
Oh, man.
surfboard or groceries or whatever?" And people would be like, "Yeah, hot stuff. Yeah, I certainly
Sure.
can." I 1,000% would have fell for it, and I'd
Stab.
be chopped up in the woods right
it's a
now.
good thing we found you before he did then.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm telling you.
Well, I think it's time for it. Let's see if this works. It's not working.
Shotgun
Okay, there we go.
Stories.
We promise.
I pulled out a real gun. It was
When
like,
we-
I've got it.
Now I am the real person. Okay, shotgun. Oh, there we go. No, it's my phone.
Wah,
I'm
wah,
sorry.
wah. This is
There
what
we
we
go.
do when we run out of sound effects. I sing. So
Yeah.
shotgun stories. Shotgun
Sean, go ahead.
stories.
Give me your story.
Okay, Mother's Day, Mother's Day edition of Shotgun Stories. A deputy finds hidden meth and cocaine in a Mother's Day gift. Hold the mark.
Wait, that's not the gift? Hold
No,
on.
well, let's lead
Okay,
into it.
go ahead.
A traffic stop in northeastern Arizona. The cops pull over a car with two individuals in the car and find 10 pounds of methamphetamines and half a pound of cocaine. The money, the financial value exceeding $453,000 worth of meth and $16,800 worth of cocaine. Now, they bundled this package up very, very nicely, signed, sealed, and approved, in a box, wrapped, with a Mother's Day balloon on top of it.
Aw.
So when the cops pulled the bust over, they brought out the drug-sniffing dog. Little puppy sniffed around, found the box. They opened the box and found all the drugs. Now, my question to that is, were they smuggling drugs or was this guy just a really good son and just helping his mom's drug addiction?
She had glaucoma, right?
She might. Who knows? Maybe she buys in bulk. She wants a year's worth of methamphetamines and doesn't like to, have to go to the street corner every once a week. So, he just had to pay a lot for it. Now, he's an awfully good son because that's exceeding over $500,000 worth of drugs. But I digress. The two were arrested, sent to jail for trying to transport drugs. And, Arizona is a hot, crazy place. Don't smuggle drugs on the highway. They will catch you.
Aw.
Wah, wah, wah. Drug trafficking. Never tried. It's a bad situation.
But
Next.
I like the fact that it had the balloon
It
and it
did.
was all wrapped
Picture
up.
and all. It's got a balloon strapped on top of it. It was wrapped very nicely. And, they put a lot of work and effort into it. And I kind of feel that, maybe it wasn't trafficking. Maybe it was just a caring son. But I
Aw.
digress. Anywho. Oh, there's the sound effect.
There we go.
And I don't
Finally
have
got
to sing
one.
anymore. So
T?
we're on point.
What do you got?
Okay. My story comes from the UK.
UK?
Yes. There was a young girl named Olivia, and
Right.
she did not want to go to her PE class.
Okay.
Oh.
So she said, Mom, can you write me a note? I don't want to go to gym or PE over there. And she wrote a note to the teacher, and this is what the note said. Dear Mr. PE teacher, Olivia has requested that I write her a note for PE. Here it is. Olivia is perfectly fit and well to take part in her PE lesson today. The only thing she's suffering with is a severe case of bone idle-itis. Olivia's complaint is that it is too cold to participate.
Oh.
Might I suggest a few extra laps to warm her up? Please return to Olivia after reading.
What the heck?
What a great mom.
There we go.
All right. So she gets cold easily, and Olivia should do some jumping jacks before.
She was being a lazy little
Warm
girl.
up. My little girl is
and Mom's
lazy.
not having any of it.
No.
You need to do that. You need to know your kid. It's like, do you have a real reason for not being at gym? And no, I mean,
I just don't want to do it. Well, I mean, I was a pain in the butt when it came to gym class. It got to the point where the gym teacher just had it up to here with us, me and 2 or 3 of my other delinquent friends, that after a while he just said, just do something. I don't care. Run laps, play patty cake, rock, paper, scissors. After a while, for 6 months of gym class, we played hacky sack. Nobody else was allowed to because we just weren't able to do it. And he was like, I don't care, whatever. Just let them do what they're doing. You guys go play softball. And
they
just
had to be
stop.
active.
It just, it just had to be done, and that's the way it was done.
I'm going to say the UK schools take their PE a little more seriously
little
than
bit.
America.
Probably. They're probably still allowed to play dodgeball.
That's about enough of that.
That's about
Okay,
two.
stop
All right.
that. Damn it.
Third shotgun.
Okay, you have mother. I went with stepmother.
Stepmother. Okay.
Stepmother. In St. Petersburg, Florida.
Of course it is.
Of course, exactly. Trudy K. Richardson, already 3 names. We're in trouble. She was in the passenger seat of the car that was pulled over Saturday evening. 55-year-old Richardson was observed by the patrolman as holding a blue glass marijuana pipe in her right hand. Miss Richardson would later tell the cop that the pipe was actually the property of her stepdaughter, who was behind the wheel at the time. So now the patrolman is at the door of seeing the teenager, stepmom's, in the passenger seat, wanting to protect her. So when Richardson spotted the patrolman, she placed her hand with the pipe in front of her pants and proceeded to place the item inside of her
Yeehaw.
lady parts.
Ooh-ah.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Miss Richardson was repeatedly instructed by the patrolman to stop that, but she did not listen.
Okay.
With regard to the pot pipe, Richardson subsequently said that she put it in my, lady parts at the request of her stepdaughter.
Right.
So, oh my God, we're being pulled over. Do something with this.
Oh my God, we're being pulled over. Stick it in the glove compartment. Stick it in your glove compartment. Oh, wait, no, wrong, no, bail out.
A remorseful Richardson spontaneously stated she was so sorry for not listening and putting the pipe in, her lady parts. The patrolman said the pipe smelled of marijuana, and I'm sure a few other things after that,
Goodness.
and contained burnt residue.
Okay.
So it was a hot time in the old town tonight.
It was a hot time.
A search turned up a second glass pipe. I wonder where they
That was
Found
actually
by-
in
in
the
her
glove
butt. It
compartment.
was in her butt.
And 2 plastic bags containing marijuana.
Yeehaw.
Richardson, who was a nursing home employee, was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting an officer without violence, which are both misdemeanors. Her stepdaughter does not have to appear in court.
Oh,
All right.
good for her.
One question is it a crime to put it where it don't belong? Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind.
Is this
Never
all direct
mind.
quotes, lady parts and stuff, or are we just not going to say
I'm
vagina?
Fuzzy
th-
bottoms.
actually it wrote at one point vagina and one point it said lady parts and I just said, you know what?
Combine the
Rule of
two.
3.
St. Petersburg has a vagina quota that it can't pass. Just can't say it too many times.
Oh. Again, if you want to tell us who had the best story and if you've ever put something in your lady parts to help your stepdaughter.
Keep that stuff to yourself. We
Thank
don't wanna
you.
know. Gross. But if you have something to incorporate into the Iggy and Sean show, you can call us at 516-945-9099. This is like an eye test. This is ridiculous. I'm multitasking here, people. To the Iggy and Sean show. You can call us at 516-945-9099.
Sorry, that's mine. I have
Uh-oh.
it. But
You guys-
we got the telephone number
Well,
out
we
again,
do.
so
We're echoing. It's a work in progress, people. It's still show 2, you know. We're
Here
still
we
working
go.
out the buzzards. The buzzards and the buzzers and the bells and whistles.
Now,
and
since
the
this-
ducks in a row.
since this is the Mother's Day show, there's the next topic. We're going to talk about the worst Mother's Day gifts ever. But
worst?
before that, I would like to share something. Yes, it could be. Why I hate Mother's Day personally.
Why you hate Mother's Day personally?
I
Okay.
personally hate Mother's Day.
All right.
Why? My mother, God rest her soul,
Sure.
whatever you're supposed to say, in heaven, wherever she is. Hi, Mom. Love you. Okay, she's not here, obviously. Separated, have an ex-wife. I'm not, I gave the card to the kid to give to the mom.
Sure.
We're done.
Mhm.
That's not why I hate this.
Okay.
I have raised my child by myself since she was 4.
Right.
She's 15 now. And I shouldn't say really by myself. Her mom gets her on weekends. It's a reverse situation. But I've been there, and I've done the first bra, the first period, I've gone through all that stuff. It's usually me.
I love that, though.
And well, thank you. And a lot of people do say that. And I think I'm a good parent.
I agree.
And guess what? If I look down, I'm guessing I have Father's Day. But you have no idea how many times I get Happy Mother's Day because you do the job of a mom.
Right.
And I go, I do?
No,
I
how
thought
about-
I did the job of a parent.
I was just gonna say, how about you do the job of a parent, and that's that. Especially the fact that it's the two-way street doesn't really work as well. It's like one side is an epic freeway, and the other side seems to be a dead end. So absolutely,
I'm sure
anybody
Thank
should
you.
just. You should absolutely, be represented on both days. You're doing double duty, man. Absolutely. I
Well, why
totally
is it
agree.
double duty? I don't understand. I mean,
Well, no.
aren't you parenting?
No. I don't mean that. I mean you deserve both days. Because
2 days of recognition. for you.
exactly. You should be recognized every day. Every day is what.
Yeah.
And exactly.
I want a pie, damn it. No.
I want pie.
I'm sure Happy Mother's Day is meant to be a compliment toward you. And I can see why you wouldn't necessarily take it that way. You're like, I'm being a good dad. This is what parents do, right? If you become a
Exactly.
single parent, male or female, this is how it happens. Tampons get bought, whether you're the dad or you're the mom and you're a single parent, they're just getting bought.
To the single mothers out there, do you want to be, represented on Father's Day?
Right,
No,
like-
you get Mother's Day.
The mom is a single mom raising her son, and she's like out there coaching him in baseball or whatever. Is she getting Father's Day cards for that? I'm sure she doesn't want them. I'm sure she's like, get out of here before I hit you with this baseball.
I'm gonna beat you in the head with a baseball.
And then you get a shotgun story named after you, right?
Man, that'd be
Yeah.
sick. And then we would be talking about you, and then it would be about somebody that we knew, and we would just bring everything full circle back to where we originally started, which is a lot of what we do every single time.
All right.
And also, going back to exactly what things were talked about before, last week we spoke of Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 of us who had seen it, us in the comfort zone. The man trapped in the box on the other side had not seen it yet. But now, as of yesterday, he can join in on the conversation, and we're going to bring it back just for a minute, just to
Please.
see what you thought.
Go. Oh,
So-
I
Yes. What did you think of Guardians? How did you like it?
loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was on par with the first one.
Okay.
Obviously, Baby Groot steals the movie.
Sure.
Batista, the timing is amazing.
Incredible.
That's not me.
Oh, we got
I
some
hear we have a phone call.
Oh.
Just accept.
Ooh. You can tell we've never.
Oh, on the
gotten a call
tablet. We've
before.
never done this.
Accept it.
Hello, welcome to the Iggy and Sean Show. How may we help you?
Hello.
Caller.
Caller, are you there?
Happy birthday, freaking people.
Happy something. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Hi, sweetie. Who put you up to this?
Happy birthday, freaking people.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Well, thank you. And is your mommy home? I'd like to have a word with her.
Uh-oh. Whose mommy is that?
I have no idea. You still there?
You still there?
What'd you get your mommy for Mother's Day?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Oh, my goodness.
Do people know that you're home alone and you're phoning into strange shows?
She thinks
How old are you, sweetie?
15.
15?
You're 15?
Yeehaw.
She's impersonating your daughter.
Apparently. You forgot the half Asian accent. Wait a
Hey-o.
minute. Am I allowed to say that? I'm allowed to
You
say
can
that.
say
right?
whatever you want. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. Anybody have any clue?
I'm not sure.
I don't
but
know anybody with kids that young that know that I'm doing this.
I think it's amazing that children are watching this show and calling into us. That's phenomenal. We're like
I think Child Services should be notified that kids are watching this show.
Oh, before we go on with Guardians,
Please.
this is a spoiler alert. If you have not seen it, it's only been out a week. If you haven't seen it, you're going to want to look away for like 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
So there you go. Now you know. So
All
don't
right.
come at us
Spoiler
later.
free. Actually, if you want to come at us, by all means, go for it.
Don't
And,
at me when you get the end of this movie.
If you want to come at us with spoiler alerts and blah, 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 and bitch, complain, or whatever about it, dial the number 516-945-9099, and we will listen to your quips, qualms, and tomfoolery and try and get in on it.
There's tomfoolery?
There
Wait.
is tomfoolery. There's a lot of shenanigans going on in this place. So, you enjoyed Guardians. You enjoyed
I
it
really
more.
did. I thought it was a great movie.
I totally agree. I believe that for what it was, like I said last week, I feel that it was a good bridge. The movie's going to make a lot more sense. Not make more sense, but be a lot more solid after the third one comes out, and then we have a full trilogy, which is where it should be. But the other thing that I wanted to bring up was we were talking about the stingers at the end, and
Oh,
how I had
yes.
said that there was 5, and I wasn't about that because I have a tiny bladder, and by the time I power through 2.5 hour movie, I have to just hit the little boys' room, and I'm not about that life to wait 15 minutes to see a stinger at the end. It's getting so ridiculous that after a while, the credits are going to be longer than the movie, and we're just going to be sitting there for 9 hours as opposed to 2.5. But what we had gone through on that was we were going back and forth with all different stingers. Which one is your favorite and everything like that. I brought up Deadpool. Now the end of the Deadpool movie is a complete knock on, not even a knock, almost an homage
Send up.
to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now when I had made that reference, you made a slight comment about it, saying that it was really cool until Domino's got involved with Ferris Bueller.
Right.
Which brings me to another topic of, do you have that issue when things are used to promote other things? Now, Domino's is using Ferris Bueller's Day Off to promote their pizza. Now, does
Correct,
this annoy you, or do you find this to be a good thing?
You know what? I think it's creative. Obviously, they didn't really, create that teenager wanting pizza himself. And the kid's kind of smarmy, walking the line between I like him, I hate him,
Right.
just like Ferris Bueller.
Right.
I don't mind them doing it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's a commercial that most people nowadays, you fast forward, you don't watch them. This is one that caught my attention long enough that I know it exists.
Okay.
So this sounds like they did a pizza commercial based on the movie.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
that doesn't bother me.
Oh,
Oh, it's a phone.
hold on. We got another phone call. Is it
Okay,
another
it's
child?
phone call day.
Is that baby again?
Caller, you're on the air.
Champion.
Ah, killing it.
You hit redial, didn't you?
Did you just butt dial us?
Champion house. Hello there.
What? Oh man,
It's Baby Groot.
we're getting roasted by a child. This is not good.
Can you say I am Groot?
Champion Hey, hello there.
What? So
Okay.
confused.
Hold on.
We're getting trolled by a 2-year-old.
It doesn't bother me that they did the pizza cover.
Right.
What bugs me is when they superimpose Pizza Hut into an existing film. So they'll take, well, not necessarily Pizza Hut. Other products have done it. Coca-Cola's done it for
Right.
sure.
Right.
Well, they'll take a scene from Ferris Bueller,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, instead of it, they'll be dancing in the parade, and suddenly there'll be giant cans of Coke in everybody's hand.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That kind of shit pisses
Sure.
me off.
Right.
But if you want to make your own little commercial remake of a film, then that's okay.
Okay, now my other question towards that is fine. They've done it with movies and stuff, and they, use a lot of product placement and things like that. Now, what about music? How about there's a brand spanking new commercial. It's a Walmart commercial, and they use this song with a little help from my friends, not the Beatles
Oh.
version, the Joe Cocker version, which, in all honesty, is my favorite song ever written, hands down.
It was
greatest
on the
thing
radio
ever.
the other day.
Fantastic.
When it finished, when
Oh,
it
sure.
finished, I had to play it again on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's brilliant. But my question to that is, do you have, because a lot of people take issue when they use music to promote food stores, different things like that. A lot of people just say, "Oh, rock and roll is dead. It's been sold up the river to sell cars and stuff like that." I don't think it's a bad thing because I feel that it's also a way to introduce younger people and people who don't know what it is specific types of music. I mean, it happens to me. It's happened to me a few times over the year. The past
Example,
couple years,
please.
where you hear a commercial. There's a brand new Sam Adams commercial, and there's this reggae tune in the background. And for the whole time, I'm sitting there watching the commercial, and I know I know the song, I know I can figure it out, but I can't for the life of me place it. So jump on the Google, check it out. Sam Adams, brand spanking new commercial, reggae song. What is it? And I got right away, popped up. It was this dude, his name is Prince Fatty. He's a reggae artist that does reggae versions
Okay.
of rap songs. He did a reggae version of Old Dirty Bastard, Shimmy Shimmy Ya, and it's fantastic. So I have learned about new music through commercials and stuff like that, and I feel that it's also kind of branched out to a point where, you learn things new. And I also kind of feel that it's a way to get kids into other music. I mean, the amount of times that when Rock Band was like the biggest, most popular thing ever,
Right.
you would hear a kid that was 7, 8, 9 years old going, "Oh, I know this song from Rock Band. This is Zeppelin. This is the Beatles. This is, this, that, and the third." And it gets it out there, and then you can do your research and figure it out and get into other music and stuff like that. But there was a point, actually, little storyline. About a year and a half ago, there's a morning show. And the host is not the greatest host in the world, and I don't know, let's just call him Florida. So Florida's morning show was like posting, up and everything, and he goes off the charts because it was a Carl's Jr. commercial with a Pantera riff in the background.
Okay.
And he's flipping out because, they're using Pantera to promote,
Pantera
cheeseburgers.
sold it to them.
Yeah, exactly. So blah, 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 blah. They're selling cheeseburgers. I love metal. Blah, blah, blah. This is wrong. This is wrong. So I jump on Facebook and, blast Florida out of the water. And I go, "Listen, bro, who cares?" And he, gets right on and specifically goes, "I care. They're taking my music. They're using it for things that don't need to belong to it and everything like that." And I totally blasted him out of the water. I was like, dude, that's the only way that younger people are going to find out through different things. "Oh, man, that guitar riff is crazy. Where did that come from?" You look it up. "Oh, my God, Pantera. Hey, let me check out the rest of the music." And all of a sudden, you're a Pantera fan. That's amazing. I learned about a band called The Transplants, which is Tim Armstrong from Rancid. It's one of his secondary bands from a Pantene commercial. and I was, the riff in the background just sounded really cool. Again, I looked it up.
Sorry, I don't.
Hey, it's The
relate.
Transplants. Okay, who is that? Oh, wow, this is a great band. Found out about some new music. I think it's a great way to get music out there to people who may not discover it to begin with. And that's just the way I feel. And to, just a counterpoint, Florida never actually messaged me back on that because I totally, roasted him, blasted him out of the water, and I'm just a better person. What you doing, buddy?
Now, I think it's okay if Pantera sells their commercial to Carl's
Of
Jr.,
course,
their
sure.
song to Carl. That's fine.
Right. It's
They
their
gave the
music.
permission.
Right.
Now, I read on the Wikipedia page because I went down like a big rabbit hole about it after I saw Ad Rock do a Broadway show called Oh Hello.
Oh wow.
Okay.
It was that's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
So
Oh, my
that's super
goodness.
awesome.
Yeah.
So now, then I go down the rabbit hole and I'm looking at MCA and
Sure.
and when he passed and everything.
Right.
In the course.
By the way,
there-
these are the Beastie Boys we're talking about.
sorry.
I was
yeah.
just gonna say-
No.
For people who don't know.
I was
Yeah.
actually going to say, do people know who you're talking about?
Yes, we are talking
It
about
breaks
the
my
Beastie
heart to
Boys.
think that they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, sadly. But
So-
if you don't know who the Beastie Boys are, after the show's
Look 'em
over,
up.
Google them, YouTube them, and it'll change your life.
Or find a Toyota commercial with a riff in the
No,
background.
you will
know?
never find one.
Oh,
No.
probably
Because
not.
You won't.
in MCA's will, he willed it that their music never be used for commercial purposes, and they're trying to drag it through the courts to overturn it so they can use it for commercials.
Eh.
Not because the
So
other
it's a
two
won't.
guys.
Right.
Not a will.
Right. The other two guys are on board with the will. That's what the will says. They're like,
Right.
great, so we don't do it anymore, and that's
Right.
fine.
Wow.
But the corporations
Right.
Oh.
want in on like Fight for Your Right and
Sure.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I would imagine.
And they want to
yeah.
override his will, and I think that is wrong. If
That
you're
I
a
think is
dead
wrong.
artist,
Sure.
you should not be using their music. They
Oh,
don't
absolutely.
have permit, and I understand that a
course.
lot of times music is owned not by the
the
artists
artist.
themselves, it's owned by a company, and then they shill it out. So like Queen's catalog is probably owned by some like Stuart Weitzman or some shit like that.
Did Michael
that-
Jackson buy Queen's catalog? or
Oh,
something
the
like that?
Beatles.
No, that was the
Beatles.
He bought the
Beatles.
Beatles
So, like,
catalog,
if
and then he
were
went
he
broke,
alive-
and McCartney bought him out.
Right. So if he were alive and he wanted the Beatles music to be shilling Nikes, then he can give that music over, even though it's slightly messed up because I'm sure that's not what Paul McCartney had in mind.
I also if it's the artist's choice and they decide this is my music, this is my art, and I don't want it to sell cheeseburgers, chicken McNuggets, sweaters, cars, whatever, beers, anything like that, fine. I know Moby did exactly the same thing and just kind of shut it down. Initially, he had just left it out for free and then just kind of, I don't know if he got all, uppity about it because they used it for specific things, but he kind of bailed out on that situation as well. But, I mean, I guess it would depend on the person, how they feel about it and everything like that. But, like I said before, I feel it's a better way to get younger people and other people who weren't maybe introduced to it when it first came out or became popular to actually be into it again.
Well, there's another way. There's another thing that goes on every election year.
Right.
You will find in usually the Republican Party.
Oh, yeah.
They just start playing a popular song until the artist comes out and says,
No.
"What are you doing?"
Can I tell you
They just take it too.
the bigger tragedy of that is they often pick a song that they don't know what it's about.
No. Right. Yeah.
Born
Like
in the
it's the Born in
USA.
the USA Reagan thing. Like he
Yes.
doesn't understand what the song's about, so he just starts using it. And Bruce Springsteen had to be like, "It's not about what you think it's about, you
that.
idiot."
Yeah.
That's like the bigger tragedy to me. It's not that they're like, "Oh, we found the perfect song for us." They're like, "We don't understand how lyrics work, and here's a song that's completely not about us and against us."
Yeah.
Actually,
On
We're
the
gonna-
comment board, someone's saying that you guys should know that I'm really Suge Knight,
Uh-oh.
and so I'm going to threaten you guys. And
Oh, boy.
I don't understand.
I don't
but-
understand.
I'll
what
use
that
my
means
feminine
either,
wiles on
but
Suge Knight. That's
sure.
fine. I'm there
Okay,
for
come
that.
Why
in, come
not?
from the comfort zone, baby.
Straight
Well,
from the comfort zone.
Since we're in the entertainment field,
Yes.
I do a little bit of an entertainment report, if
Okay.
we will. Do.
I'm very old. Obviously, I'm still reporting on the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Hey.
If it's good music, my daughter likes Green Day.
Right.
My daughter likes some Def Leppard. When it's like, and I will not play it because she usually says, "Shut your music up."
Shut your
But if
music
she finds it,
Right.
it's like, "Have you heard of this band?" Like,
You should leave a
yeah.
Rush album just lying around and just wait for her to find it.
Oh, I remember when
Getty Lee, what?
when my niece was younger, there was a point when she had just started like listening to music and getting into things and stuff. I had told her, I was like, listen, the one thing I can tell you is one name, Bob Marley. And she goes, oh, really? And I go, absolutely. You'll learn eventually, and that's just all there is to it. I was like, it's just really good music, and there it is. And somebody else had kind of tried to counterbalance me, but they were full of crap and didn't know what they were talking about, and I got shut down. And yeah, here we are. And she does dig Bob Marley for what it is and everything like that, which is a great way to start. And you get kids started young, and you let them listen to what they want to listen to. Don't ever judge anybody on the music they listen to, but show them other things.
I'm
by the
judging
way,
you right now.
You can judge me all you want. I don't care.
Every day.
Hey,
We know.
Listen, just because you're comfortable in the comfort zone doesn't mean you can judge me.
Okay,
Judging.
we're gonna move on to something that will make us feel old because that's what we do.
Yes.
Does anybody know that the MTV still actually has the MTV Movie Awards?
Yes.
I watch MTV Classic like a
So
loser.
do I, because I'm
Oh,
old.
there you go.
I
Well-
love MTV Classic. It's fantastic. I mean, well, it's about 90% fantastic. There's a couple of
There's some real
videos that I'm
stinkers
like,
from the
I
90s.
hated that song
Transition
20
from
years
music.
ago.
It's over. We've done
But
a half
no,
hour. It's
actually,
gone.
The cool part about that.
Papers, preparation.
Okay. Who's
No, I'm sorry, but
Go ahead.
just real quick, the
Okay.
MTV Movie Awards has always been a cool thing because I always felt that it was the lead into the summer. You always knew when the summer was about to be underway because the movie awards hit, and you always knew when the summer was over because the music awards hit.
Correct.
So MTV has always started your summer off with an award show and ended it off. Yes. So the MTV Movie Awards, what's going on?
Well, they did something different, and I'm wondering how you think about it.
Okay.
Usually, there's Best Actor. There's male or female.
Right.
They went away with that.
I love that.
It is Best Actor. Here's the list: male and female.
Okay.
The winner this year was let's see. Let's go over this. Divine hosted. Da da da. See, you got me all
Right.
all
I got
the
you all
claim-
riled up, screwed up.
Right, exactly. Best actor in a movie. The winner was Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
But it was, let's see, there were Hugh Jackman for Logan,
Right.
James McAvoy for Split, Tahari P. Henson for Hidden Figures,
Yes.
Daniel. See, they mixed it up. So what do you think?
I love it. I haven't put a feminine ending on the word actor in about 15 years. Not because I'm some progressive, awesome person. I am
no,
that
I
person.
disagree.
But I haven't
totally
said actress in a
You
very
disagree
long
that she's a
time.
progressive, awesome
no,
person?
No, no,
Aw.
You be as progressive as a person all you want, but I will stand up and say that Jessica Chastain in Zero Dark 30 killed it. And I believe she won for it, too. And
Yeah,
there's an actress and a half. Like, that girl, every single thing I've seen her in, she owns a stage. Like,
But
straight up.
What they're saying is that can she compete with James McAvoy?
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
That's what MTV did. They took away that binary gendered award system and let everybody compete in the open market.
Yeah,
for
they went for
acting.
they instead
Right.
of
If
he
I'm
or
being
she.
honest, I think Hidden Figures should have won. Hidden Figures blew me away.
Really wanna see
It was
that.
so beautiful, and oh my god! And not that Beauty and I'm sure the Beauty and the Beast is fine.
I heard it was good. I haven't
I'm
seen
sure
it yet.
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Right.
Do I think it's Best Actress worthy? I do not think
No.
that. I think they might have.
Well,
been
it's
giving
the
it to-
MTV.
to
It's
the
more of an
Queen
MTV
of-
award
Mhm.
than an actual award. But, you know, I mean,
oh,
it's
but
still...
Hidden Figures really
I-
just.
I don't actually, to be honest, I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie
Really?
about
Yeah.
NASA, about the women who did the math on the jet propulsion and the landing,
Okay.
and they were black women.
Cool. All right.
So that it was a big,
Hidden
big
figures.
deal.
All right.
Oh my
mark
gosh.
that on the queue. I'm gonna have
It's going to give you a
I'm gonna
lot
check
of
it out.
feelings, a lot of the
Okay.
feel goods.
I'm gonna do my homework this week, and
Well,
I'll give you my my partake on Hidden Figures next week.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Next week, you're gonna get my review on Hidden Figures.
Timely
See how that
reference to
works.
Hidden
Hopefully,
exactly.
timely reference. I'm gonna be real timely this year. I'm
Well,
not gonna. Yeah, no, I'll still talk about.
I'm going to bring the room down a little bit.
Oh man.
May 9th, Robin Big Star, Chris Big Black Boykin died. He's 45 years old.
Yeesh.
Anybody died of a heart attack, in
Right.
case anybody was wondering. He was, I think I'm big. He was big.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. You don't have the name. You don't have the name Big Black without
Mhm.
being giant. Like I mean, he was a big dude.
Yep.
And yeah, I honestly was, a little taken back. It was kind of like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Only
I mean,
45.
yeah. I mean, that's not old at all. That's not even close. But I mean, the only way that you really got to look at it is if you watch that show. He lived a life. I mean, he lived a life.
Well, according
you
to
know,
this, he
and-
was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And that's when he got hired by Dry Deck.
Right.
They just pulled him out for one particular promotional skit,
Mhm.
and boom, the chemistry between the two of them. Have you seen the show, Teresa? Have you ever
I
seen
was
it?
thinking to myself, who is this?
Yeah.
You've never seen it?
It
Oh,
was an MTV show
Is
called
it on
Robin Big.
MTV?
2006 to 2008.
No. Sorry, Grandma. It's not on MTV Classic.
And I'm unaware of it.
It was a
Nice.
great reality show. It really was.
It was. It was very
I only
cool.
watch RuPaul's Drag
And it,
Race.
oh, God.
If you want to talk about those queens, I do.
And
no idea.
next episode with Hidden Figures. Dry Deck tweeted late Tuesday night, "My heart is broken. I don't want to write this post. I don't want to believe that this is reality. I am so thankful for you." He's survived by a 9-year-old daughter. And here at the Iggy and Sean show, our hearts and prayers go out to your family.
Sorry, man. It's a shame. Just real quick, just to keep the down low key. Another person that passed away this week was Michael Park. Now, Michael Park was a ridiculous character actor. He was in a lot of. He was the one branch that looped the Robert Rodriguez universe into the Quentin Tarantino universe. He played the cop in the beginning of From Dusk Till Dawn. Plays the exact same character in Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yes.
And he was also in a bunch of Kevin Smith movies. He was in Red State. He played the cult leader. He was in Tusk. He played the doctor. He's played a lot of different roles. He was also a really big... I didn't do enough research, and I apologize. I'm going to sound like an idiot right now, but he had a television show back in the day. Don't know what it was about or what it was called, but that was really where he built his name from, and then he proceeded to become just a crazy character actor and just kind of killed it in every single thing he's ever been in. And that was another thing, was just kind of very sad. I mean, he died, he was 77, so he did kind of, again, live to an age, but even 77 isn't really
Still.
that.
But
that
he lived a
old.
life.
He did. He lived a life. He absolutely did. I mean, as long as you're doing your thing and, it's not something stupid, like all of a sudden you just hear, so-and-so died of a massive drug overdose. It's like, okay, you just made your own bed, now you're lying in it. But if somebody actually passes because of something legitimate, yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's very sad. And, so Michael Park, out to you, buddy. God rest your soul. And, let's bring the room back up because I can feel the waterworks, bro.
You said,
not happening.
Sean's going to cry.
Dude, no, I'm not going to cry. I'm just getting a little bummed out because, my heroes are dropping like flies.
Well, you said, you live your life. These people live their life. Is anybody having a better ride in this life than Dwayne Johnson, The Rock?
Oh, I'll vote for The Rock when you're for president. If you think for a second I won't,
exactly what we're doing right
here. No matter
here.
what party he's in, I don't even care.
Well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson told GQ that the idea of putting his acting career on hold to run for president is a real possibility. He's cagey on where he stands on many issues or if he'd associate with a political party. In fact, Johnson said he was approached last year by the Trump and Clinton campaigns for an endorsement, but he declined. He feels his word carries a lot of weight and influence. I'm guessing it probably does, especially with younger voters.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has a tremendous amount of respect for the process and felt like if I did share my political views publicly, a few things would happen. Felt like it would either make people unhappy with the thought of whatever my political view was, Republican, and also, it might sway opinions, which isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Sure.
Maybe he's one of those normal Republicans.
It's possible.
I mean,
they don't
make the news very often because it's boring to talk to a normal person.
Yes.
But there's normal Republicans out there. Back in the old days, Republicans used to stand for civil rights and stuff like that, and just states' rights. That was their deal against the Democrats who wanted to keep slavery, let's face it.
I just like people who listen to everybody and then decide not go, I'm a Republican, I'm voting Republican, I'm a Democrat, I have to vote Democrat. It doesn't work that way.
Well, it does for the lunatics that get on the news.
Okay.
Well, according to The Rock, though, he says he opposes Trump's campaign call for a ban on Muslims. Otherwise, Johnson was more in general expressing his views, calling for more inclusion in leadership. He's been an advocate for veterans and mental health issues. Would you vote for The Rock?
Yes, I would. Absolutely. And now, I don't get political. I will tell you straight up, I do not. I'm not a political person, not whatsoever, not even a little bit. But I'm going to give you my partake on this. Now, 2020, here we go, the presidential election. Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. He's got the ring. Now, check this out.
Yes,
the presidential debate, if The Rock runs, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if he runs, the presidential debate is going to be a WWE Hall of Famer against a multi-time WWE heavyweight champion. And you're going to tell me that Vince McMahon does not have his hand on the entire world. He's got it in his grips.
Would you vote for what The Rock is cooking?
I would, absolutely. 100%. Like, 100%, I am all about it. President Johnson, here we go. I am down for it. But I kind of feel that this is an entire work, that Vince McMahon has been in the background forever. And his idea was, okay, presidential, what are we going to do this year? Okay, let's get Trump involved. And then, okay, he's going to win and everybody's going to hate him. Okay, now what can we do? Who can we get to run against him that everybody's going to really like? Wait a minute. Everybody loves The Rock. Let's get him involved, and he can kind of, tiptoe around it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then, about a year before and before that, he's just going to go full bore and go, I'm going to run for president. And then they go back and forth, and then all of a sudden The Rock wins. And we have President Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Wait,
He's calling other people jabronis in his President of the State of the Union address.
Is there a steel cage debate at some point?
And Mick Foley is going to be vice president. The Rock and Stock Connection are going to have a handle on the damn country, and Vince McMahon is just going to pull the strings, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, two things.
That's it.
That's
my political topic for the
I
week.
would cry 1,000
Discussion.
times of tears of joy for Mick Foley to be in any kind of public office. He is an absolute saint.
Sure.
And number two, I'm pretty sure Linda McMahon has a position in the White House.
She does.
As we speak.
Yeah.
Under in the Trump administration.
I'm on board
yes.
with your conspiracy
The
theories.
McMahons have a stranglehold on the globe.
Are they one of the 13
Conspiracy
families?
theory.
Oh, God.
I posit
They are
they're the secret.
You know what,
14th
LA?
They
I think
are
we need to change
the
things.
family.
I think we need to play a game real quick.
But yeah, that is my absolute weirdo partake on the situation.
Speaking of WWE.
Do you not want to talk about the 13 families? Because
No,
you're
not right now.
involved in
Oh,
it.
no. 10 minutes, no.
Not
What?
yet. We
Thank
got
you.
plenty of show to spare. We got other things to do. Let's move on.
Today's game is Trick or Tweet.
Uh-oh.
We're going to explain Trick or Tweet very simply. Sean, no, I'll do it.
Yeah, you can do it. It's been a while. I mean, I've played this
I
game a
know.
few times because we've been doing this forever, but
think
Trick or
Sean
Tweet
won.
is a fun game.
I think you used to win like almost every
I've
week.
won a few of these,
Yeah.
and I never really win too many games, but a few of these games I have knocked it out of the park and won, so let's see if I can retain the crown.
LA, we're going to need you to play on this one as well. Trick or Tweet is very simple. I scour Twitter sites of celebrities, and I will give you the tweet and 3 people who may have tweeted it.
Okay.
And you have to tell me who you think tweeted this tweet. Dun, 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 hence
dun,
Trick
dun.
or Tweet. And I will give you the category. The first category is Seths.
Okay.
Seths.
Sets.
Now, when I was 16, I moved to LA. I asked my grandmother if she had any advice. I'll never forget her answer. Give those sons of bitches hell. That was
Okay.
the tweet. Who tweeted this? Seth Rogen, Seth Green, Seth MacFarlane. And who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I just shot in the dark. I'm gonna say Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. Okay.
That's one.
I'm going to say Seth Green.
You're going to say Seth Green. Teresa. And
I'm gonna go McFarlane.
you're going to go MacFarlane. The Seth who tweeted that was Seth Rogen.
Oh!
Wah,
Nobody
wah.
wins.
Round 1, 0.
Triple zero.
Okay. Next category, late night hosts. Here's the tweet. If I were in prison, I wouldn't ruin my spoon trying to tunnel out because going without my morning yogurt is its own prison. Who tweeted this?
There's so many jokes in there, but we're on a PG station, so I'm gonna keep it G right now.
Says it right there, yep.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Was it Stephen Colbert, Conan O'Brien, or James Corden? L.A.
Conan.
T?
I'm going to say Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Conan.
You're going to go with Conan?
Yeah.
Conan is the correct answer.
Hey!
We have a tie on the leaderboard.
Nice.
The next category we've spoken about, the Guardians of the Galaxy category.
Okay. Which apparently we have received a message saying that we didn't actually discuss Guardians of the Galaxy. We kind of just brushed over it. But the only problem we did that was because we just got trolled by a 2-year-old and, we were getting
Yeah.
roasted. We had to move on.
And
But-
you asked me what I thought of it, and I
we
told
did.
you.
Yeah, I got the answer, which branched out into my discussion, and that was it.
Okay, the tweet is, just spent 3 minutes reading about quantum physics on Wikipedia. I still don't get it. Was that James Gunn, Chris Pratt, or Michael Rooker? Sean? The director?
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker. T.
I'm going to say it's Michael Rooker, too.
Elliot?
I don't know any of those people.
Really? you didn't see Guardians?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go for the Pratt guy.
Chris
He's gonna
Pratt.
go for the-
Andy Dwyer.
He shoots and he scores.
Hey,
It was
all
Chris
right.
Pratt. LA takes the lead.
Oh man, he's good at this.
Exactly. Won last week. Winning this week. Let's see. 4. Chicks, babe. Just chicks. Hey, baby. Is that a phone in your pocket? Or is your penis just really square? Was that Kendall Jenner, Anna Kendrick, or Mindy Kaling? T.
Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Who were the? What were the?
Kendall Jenner,
Okay.
Anna Kendrick,
Anna Kendrick.
or Mindy Kaling from the Mindy
I'm
Project?
gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Mindy because I feel that Anna Kendrick is a beast on Twitter and her posts are phenomenal. So I don't think I think she's better than that. I'm gonna go with Mindy. What's her face?
I hate to agree with Sean, but I'm gonna have to go with Mindy.
Most
also.
people do hate to agree with Sean, yeah.
If I had a quarter for every time I heard that, I'd have a mess of quarters.
And pulling into a tie is Teresa because it was Anna Kendrick.
That's Amanda
Wow.
Kendrick.
Dun, dun,
All
dun.
Sure.
Man, I gotta
So
get
now-
on Twitter. Oof.
I thought that about the Pratt thing. I was like, Chris Pratt's more clever.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
get it. Physics.
Oh, we just got another post in reference to the Donald. The Donald's WWE name should be the Orange Madness. All right.
Dun,
I
dun,
like
dun.
it. Dun, dun, dun.
I call him Orange Julius.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, I
All
like
right.
that one. Okay, in the comic category, what do you think Kid Rock and Chris Rock talk about at family reunions? Was that gem, and they're still laughing, came from Aziz Ansari, Patton Oswalt, or Jim Gaffigan? L.A.
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
It's Aziz or
Or Aziz, Patton, or Jim Gaffigan?
I'm gonna say it's Aziz.
You're going to say it's Aziz.
All right, I'm going to just take the other one. I'm going with Jim Gaffigan.
You're going with Jim Gaffigan,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing you did because that pulls you into the lead. So now
Good.
we have a tie between Sean and LA.
Up,
Again,
up.
Teresa, I'm sorry. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
But of course, I have a tiebreaker.
You get a lifetime supply of turtle wax. Yeah!
Go home
So
and
you can wax
that
your
turtle.
turtles.
And the comfort zone becomes
Oh, man.
uncomfortable.
Hey, no prank phone.
Okay, the science category. You cannot pick the same person so we don't end up in a tie.
Okay.
Okay, here's the tweet.
Oh, right. We're down to the wire. Yeah.
Evidence that humans are smarter than cats. We don't chase laser dots on the carpet, and we're not afraid of vacuum cleaners. Did that come from Bill Nye, the science guy, Elon Musk, the man who's inventing everything,
Right.
or Neil deGrasse Tyson, the man who is on TV everywhere? Whoever has an answer, buzz in first.
I'll let the man over there go first.
wait.
Go for it.
For the game.
I'll go with Tyson.
Gonna go with Neil. Sean.
All right. I'm going with good old Bill Nye, the science guy.
Sean. You've lost 2 weeks in a row. Congratulations, LA.
No, he won last week. We were tied, and he won.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
I
oh.
could have sworn that
Wait.
you
Yeah.
did.
Remember,
Okay.
All right.
I'll look back in the
1-1.
books.
Because he didn't get tased.
That's
if
right.
he was,
I didn't have
Oh,
to get
thank
tased.
God. Yes, you are
That's
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Good
if you
thing.
want Sean to be tased, what's
Dial
the
that
number?
phone number of 516-945-9099.
You
That's
must be above-
9099.
Sorry. You must be above 10 years old to make this phone call.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, unless you actually can dial a phone, and then you can call us too. But try to form a full sentence. I appreciate the phone call, and that was fantastic. But yeah, we need a little back and
I
forth.
really do wonder whose child it is.
I have
I
no idea.
kinda
I'm
do
very
also.
confused.
One of us is probably going to get a text or something
Probably
like,
at
my
some
kid.
point. Or it's just some random child that was just like, hey, I'm going to call up. Weird.
I have here
Very
the list.
strange.
We're going to end the show, I guess, on the worst Mother's Day gifts ever
Okay.
that have been given. This was on HuffPo. So, cleaning supplies. Do you want to
Cleaning
give your
supplies.
mom a mop? I don't care what the lady on QVC says.
No.
It's not a good gift.
No.
I disagree.
Oh,
Depends on the
God, I
cleaning
want to
gift.
hear it.
I mean, is it just like a regular bottle of Windex? Then that sucks. But did you get the hurricane mop? Because that shit is awesome.
Well, what
Ooh.
what about a hover round? Like, hey, mom, here's a hover round. You don't have to vacuum. It just
Oh,
scoots
come
around
on.
the
People
rug.
just put their
Roomba.
cat on there. It's a Roomba.
Whatever the hell the thing
You
is.
just put your cat on there and take pictures.
Yeah, oh, wow, that's totally wrong. Okay, Mom, I'm
you're
not
old.
getting you a hover round. I apologize. I'm getting you a Roomba. I am a good son, not a jerk. Wow. Yeah, I totally just jacked that up. That was awesome. All right.
Thank
See,
you.
This is how we work here. We just keep going.
Okay, if you're over 8 years old, no more
Around.
homemade cards and
Sure.
gifts. Just ask Dad for the money.
Right.
I just made both my mother and mother-in-law cards myself.
Aww.
Isn't that cute? I have
And
lot
bought a
of-
bottle of Windex for them. Split.
bunch of scrapbooking supplies. And I was
Okay.
at the festival, and at the kids' table, I was like, I'll use my own supplies and make my own cards, save myself $10.
There you go.
$10. Oh, 2 cards. Yeah.
Did you
Two
glue?
cards.
Did you glue macaroni to it?
I didn't have
Did you
to.
put a little smiley
I have
face
a lot of
on it?
Aw.
fancy embellishments that cost
Okay.
much more
Right.
than greeting cards.
Going
I
to
got-
Michael's and getting that
I have my
getting
own
that
Michaels.
done.
I got the upscale goods.
Giving your mother a parenting or psychology books.
Oh, good
All right,
God.
that's a little weird.
Wow.
Here, Mom, try a little better in my next
Yeah.
few years.
Wow.
Read up on me, will you? Clothes. Let's face it, you don't know the right size, style, or color, and do not get her face on a T-shirt at the
No.
mall.
Ew.
No.
No.
God. What about my face on a T-shirt? I don't think she'd wear it, but I think that would be funny.
From the Iggy and Sean show, here's Sean. I made this. There we go.
Hey, Mom,
That's the
for
pose.
you. Yeah.
Coupons for hugs and kisses. Come on.
You
Oh,
cheap
the scratch.
bastard.
Here, Mommy. Really?
How old are you when you're giving this gift? Like, I'm 40, so I'm about to be 40. If I give, like, a free hug to my mom,
Mom, here you go. By the way, I want change
you
back.
should take me out of the will for
I
this.
want change back. Don't give her a pet. It's just another thing for her to feed and clean up after.
That's fair.
Okay. Anything you would give to her mother. Anything you would give to grandma.
Right.
She doesn't want to be like her mom, and you don't want to be like your mom.
Oh,
So
no,
think
that's-
it out.
That is actually 100% true. There was a year
Oh, God.
that I bought my mom what I thought was a really nice sweater. I mean, I liked it. I was very proud of
Reindeers
myself.
all over it. It
No,
was
no, no, no,
fabulous.
no. It was straight up. It wasn't like a Christmas sweater. Nothing ugly. It wasn't a joke. I was actually really proud of it. And then my grandma wore exactly the same sweater, and my mom kind of just went, yeah, nope, and returned it and sent it back for something else. And I was like, hey, Mom, where's that badass sweater? She was like, yeah, right. I'm not an old lady. That ain't happening. Sorry. And I was like, oh, all right. I kind of did the walk of shame a little bit, but then I understood. Like, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that was, definitely. Don't buy your mom clothes.
Yes.
Buy your mom gift certificates to clothing stores, and then when she goes, hey, look at the shirt you bought me, then you feel good about yourself. It's fine.
And the number one thing mothers say that they want, you just give them breakfast in bed. Do not cook anything because they're going to have to clean it up. So just, cut up a few bagels, give her some orange juice, go, Mom, we love you, and then leave her alone for a few hours.
Sure.
That's what she wants. Yeah.
Or
Reese in the comfort zone, go.
I 100% cooked up an entire English fry up for.
You're a little older. I think you can clean up after
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, it was at my house.
I think
There you go.
because I have my own.
I think they're talking about 6-year-olds that are just like probably
The
kid
one
who
that
called
would just-
in.
The kid that called in is probably still doing the dishes from the whacked out Mother's Day breakfast, and they were just multitasking. They were like, well, while I scrub the dishes, let me go troll the Iggy and Sean show. Blah 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 blah. Mother's Day. What was that?
Well, we hope you enjoyed this Mother's Day edition of the Iggy and Sean Show. I want to thank everyone out there who was watching, who was in on the show.
Hey.
Our 2-year-old troller. Yay. I want to thank Sean. I want to thank Teresa. Yay.
Thank you.
I want to thank LA, its fabulous studios. And guys, who do you want to thank?
I would like to thank Teresa, and I'd like to thank you, and
Yay.
I'd like to thank LA because we make a good team, and I'd like to thank my mom for being there and creating all of this because
Thanks,
the world just loves
Mrs.
it, and it's
Radford.
fantastic. You gave a gift to the world. Good job. But yeah, like just to everybody out there, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your day. If you're cleaning up after your badass kids, I don't know, you should make them wax and mop the floor. And don't buy them a hover around. It's just not a good idea. It makes them feel old.
It's a Roomba, damn it. It's a
Oh,
Roomba.
and just to retort on something that I had said last week, anybody between the age late 50s, early 60s is not considered a little old lady because when you say stuff like that, you get yelled at. So don't ever do that.
Yes.
Bad news. And it wasn't even on Mother's Day. So,
Teresa.
I digress.
I'd like to say for all the people who are not mothers on Mother's Day that get wished a Mother's Day anyway because they're of a certain age,
Uh-oh.
go ahead and make up lies about your imaginary children.
Sure.
All kinds of crazy shit. Who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop you from doing that?
Bobby's
Nobody?
in jail, but he's getting out really soon.
Right.
And
Be like,
Cindy, well, she just disappeared off the planet, but, we're hopeful.
Damn shame. Last time I heard, she was going to the moon. I don't know.
She's a Mensa student. Did you know? She's a genius, like Sheldon. And just leave it and just
Leave it at that.
different lie to different person every single time. Keep your life interesting.
Well, remember, from the Iggy and Sean Show, if you can't laugh at yourself, let us laugh at you. Good night.
Bye.